3 at the moment, while that Zeus is level 4. He's pulling some creeps here as well here. As you can see, the ogres are a little bit easier to pull back then, I believe. So that's, I guess actually they, overall they were a lot harder to pull because there's not any creeps here, of course. So that's pretty much what was changed. I think it was way easier for Sentinel to pull back then, and that was one of the things that, well, was no reasoning behind changing the forest for Scorch, I guess. Cassia taking some damage, Furin trying to use his spot. Of course he needs to wait for that Shadow Strike to be over. And Tinker returning to mid here. Warlock just about level 6. You're kind of making it a little bit more even here mid. You're probably able to push the mid lane tower pretty soon. Has taken some damage already. And that Beastmaster still in the forest, and lately we don't even see the Beastmaster in forest actually, I suppose. I mean, if we see a Beastmaster, he's almost always mid, so that's a little bit interesting. I do like the forest Beastmaster, and I actually remember, I think it was Meteor Makers who invented it. I don't know whether this was the first game. I don't think this was the first game, because as you saw Sand King coming into the forest earlier and trying to gank the Beastmaster, and they probably wouldn't have known to do that if it was the first time that the Beastmaster had been foresting. I don't know, maybe they were smart enough to do that. Okay, Beastmaster coming in here. It could actually be in huge trouble. Rock Golem going down. He's gonna go down for sure here, taking... Oh! Unfortunate Warlock wasn't able to get off his Shadow Word Paint, but Sand King coming in from behind, able to take down the Beastmaster. So that's the first blood there for Quam. Very good job, and that Infernal of course will be able to help out push a little bit here. So that was actually a very bad move by Beastmaster, moving in there very close to his opponent. Sand King coming in for the Tinker now, who's forced to fall way back as the tower is actually damaging the Infernal here. Not really a problem. Infernal tanking very well there. Let's see whether they can deal some damage to the tower here. A lot of creeps just fighting. As you can see, they're fighting almost in the forest here instead of fighting next to the tower, which is a little bit strange. Warlock just saving his Infernal a little bit. And down lane, Shadow Fiend doing his best up against the Acacia. Not too easy, of course, since we see the Fury in there as well. He has to be a little bit careful, but it is Loader here, of course. Probably going to be farming quite a bit. Tower took some damage. Infernal now going to go down mid lane. Sorry, and Tinker back to farming here, and Beastmaster back to pulling. Now he's pulling that top lane spot again there, as you can see, but there's no creeps this time around. Maybe you can't pull all 3 spots at the same time. I'm actually not sure about that, but I do think I actually saw someone do that, but it was probably a, what's it called, a little bit of a test game, not really something you can realistically do. I don't know. Anyway, long time ago, since we have that opportunity, of course. Beastmaster again using his access here on multiple creep spots as best he can, doing a lot of damage, of course. And he's about to hit level 6. Once he hits level 6, of course, he'll be very well suited for getting in some ganks, maybe top lane, something like that. Zeus almost level 6 at the moment, which obviously will help out a bit as well. So Meteor Maker's really close to being in a position to put up the pressure here. Acacia level 6 as well, Furin still level 5. Interesting to see actually that they... Oh, going for Shadow Fiend now. He's going to be taking a lot of damage here. I think Sand King is ready to jump in, but Tinker coming in as well, along with that Queen of Pain. Simply nothing Sand King can do to help out the Shadow Fiend, and he goes down pretty much instantly. Anyway, as I was about to say, very interesting that they're going for the Beastmaster in the forest instead of the Fury. And Fury, of course, laning in this game and using his teleport ability here to teleport into the forest. Gonna go for gank top lane. Beastmaster coming in and the Zeus coming in. And of course, let's see if... Oh, ultimate goes off on the Rogue Knight. He's being slowed by the pig as well. He goes down pretty much instantly there to the combination from Zeus's nukes, double damage from Beastmaster. Let's see whether Meteor Makers can push top lane now. Down lane, of course, Shadow Fiend back to farming, doing his best up against the Acacia. Creeps have been pulled by the Sand King as well here, so giving Shadow Fiend a little bit of an opportunity to defend his tower, get in some free experience and CS here, of course. At the moment, only the Lina top lane waiting for the Sven at the moment, and Zeus doing a pretty good job here at staying alive up against the dual lane of Lina Sven. Definitely a tough lane to play against. Warlock farming mid lane still. Probably going to be trying to push this tower pretty soon. Late game, oh, it's going to be tough to see who has the, say who has this late game. I suppose TT has got the late game advantages with Sven, Shadowfiend and the solo Warlock, but Tinker, Furion, Acacia, all very good late game heroes as well, and Beastmaster can be pretty good late game if he gets some good items or early on, so very hard to say actually, and of course it's going to depend a lot on what happens early game. Sven actually coming in for a little bit of a gank here mid lane. Which heroes have got bottle this version? Wasn't there a bottle? Okay, there is a bottle on the Nevermore, of course. He's got a Invis. Is that an Invis? I do believe it is an Invis. And well, that's the only bottle in the game, it seems, which is very, very interesting. No bottle on Tinker either. Actually, that's quite strange, I think. But anyway, he's probably going to try to get his boots of travel as fast as possible to allow him to abuse that fact. He's up at the 1.4k gold at the moment. Beastmaster coming mid to help out the Tinker a little bit. Fury and ultimate going off, dealing some damage to the Sven and Warlock here, as you can see. And Sand King top lane probably took some damage as well. He is only level 5 at the moment, so he's probably trying to get that level 6 ward being placed here by Lina Inverse to keep some vision of mid lane. And Warlock probably going to be going in for his Infernal, trying to take out that Tinker. Never mind, the Lina and Sven going towards top lane, so they're going to be ganking top lane instead, while Shadowfiend tries to defend down lane, trying to get as much CS as possible. And back then the AoE on Shadowfiend was probably even larger than it is now. It was nerfed at one point, that's for sure. I don't know whether it was just recently. Well, yeah, I know it wasn't just recently, but I don't know whether it was before or after this patch. You see, it's of course some time ago since we played 644. I actually tried to find the patch on the archives on getdota.com, but the patch version was too old for even GetDota to have the map archived. So I had to just Google it, and I found another site that had the patch stocked up. So that was pretty lucky, I guess. And of course I used Warcraft 3 version switcher to change my version of Warcraft 3. Fury teleporting top, we're gonna see a little bit of a team fight here. I think nukes going off from the Tinker. Actually, I think Fury teleported top. No, he decided to stay instead. He was like faking a teleport there. Of course you can start teleporting with Fury and then you can click stop and your opponents will see the little teleport icon. It will look like you're teleporting there, but you won't actually teleport there. You won't use the skill, won't lose the mana or lose the cooldown or anything. So that can work out pretty well to distract your opponent, and playing mind games like that can be very effective from time to time, of course. And then, I mean, they'll never know if you're actually teleporting in, and if you do this a few times and then suddenly you teleport in, then it can work out pretty well. Rock going against the Tinker here mid lane, Shadow Word Pain as well, and of course that Shadowfiend in the mix. He's gonna go down. Very well played by Hanny there, but unfortunately Ake is able to take him down with the Infernal and of course his own hero here. But taking down the Shadowfiend there really fast with his spells, some normal attacks, and he is at the moment at 1.7k gold, pretty much 26 CS. Actually not that impressive, but he's got a 2-1 hero kill advantage here. 50 CS and 1 hero kill to the Warlock. He's at 3k gold, very well played by him so far. Only 15 minutes into the game. 20 CS on the Lina, 28 on the Sven, 20 approximately internal on the Sand King, and almost 50-40 on the Shadowfiend here. So actually Ake playing very well this game, and he's definitely got the highest in the game. He's got 50 now, as you can see. Did he get a tower as well? I think he's going for the tower mid lane at the moment. Okay, the tower is dead, so I'm not actually sure who got that tower. I presume actually it was denied by Milk, so that's well played by him. He's got 25 CS at the moment, 25 on the Zeus as well, 35 on the podium and 50 almost as well, or 50 in total here with the neutrals for the Beastmaster. So he's doing a